What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Low Reacts back with another react. But today we have here is police supposed to capture a perfect killer. Is such thing? Is it a such thing as a perfect killer? Nah, no such thing as a perfect killer. But let's see what's going on. This supposed to happen on July 8th, 2021. Let's see what's going on, chat. Let's go.
It's July 8th, 2021. A Ring camera captures 23-year-old Chandler Halderson going around the neighborhood asking people if they saw his parents, Bart and Krista. According to Chandler, they had packed their bags for the 4th of July weekend to head to the family cabin in White Lake, Wisconsin, with another couple to repair a fireplace. But as days passed, Chandler claims he couldn't reach them. Their phones went straight to voicemail.
So my last message I got from them, they were going to White Lake for the 4th of July to a cabin.
Why would they not call? Why wouldn't there be a text or something? We were worried that, are they being held hostage somewhere?
Little did anyone realize, Bart and Krista were already long gone, and what detectives were about to uncover would reveal a web of financial lies, fake identities, and a cold-blooded killer hiding in plain sight.
I think it's time we start talking about what happened to your parents. Like the truthful version. What? Because listen to me. This is the only chance you're gonna have to tell us the truth. We know your parents are no longer with us. Okay, and we know the reason why.
So he's supposed to kill his parents? Hey, no way, man. Kill your parents? Your parents. Your parents. These people just sick in the head out here, man. What the hell?
It's July 7th, 2021. 23-year-old Chandler Michael Halderson enters the Dane County Sheriff's Office and files a missing person report for his parents, Bart and Krista. According to Chandler, they went to the family cabin in White Lake, Wisconsin on Friday, July 2nd to spend the 4th of July holiday in the wilderness. They were supposed to be back by Monday, but it's Wednesday and there's still no sign of them. Their phones are also going straight to voicemail, which Chandler notes isn't unusual due to extremely poor cell service near the cabin. Investigators wonder if maybe they decided to stay there a few days longer for whatever reason. But Chandler's girlfriend, Catherine, offers a different perspective.
His parents are usually like on time, but like it was like they'll be back, you know? And then like they're supposed to be back early Tuesday morning if they didn't make it back Monday night. And it's like his dad's very punctual.
Okay.
So, and like his mom was supposed to work Tuesday.
Both are missing from work, and Krista is even at risk of getting fired if she doesn't show up. Normally, they would at least make an effort to inform their son and their workplaces about the extended leave before committing to it. Something isn't right. This suspicion only deepens with the discovery that the two of them didn't leave on their own. According to Chandler, they were picked up by friends on the morning of July 2nd before he woke up. And he has no idea who those friends were. For all they know, Bart and Krista could be anywhere. What the investigators don't realize is that Chandler knows a lot more than he's letting on. Something that'll...
Oh, man. Come on, man. Don't tell me you did it, dog. This nigga do look weird, don't he? Look at him, man. Come on, man. I know you ain't do it to your parents, man. Come on. It's just crazy, man.
become increasingly obvious as the investigation goes on. For now, officers go looking for the couple at the cabin. In the meantime, Chandler spends the rest of the day talking to local news networks, spreading the word about his missing parents as much as possible, hoping someone with more information might turn up.
Chandler Halderson says his parents, Krista and Bart, were getting picked up by friends that Friday.
Their plans were going up with their friends and do some minor repairs on our cabin.
That cabin is some 3 hours away from Windsor on a lake in a small community in Langlade County.
I was told they'd be home Monday or Tuesday, and Tuesday afternoon I got a little worried.
Chandler seems deeply concerned for the safety of his parents, who supported him every step of the way. They were a bit strict at times, but those who knew them described them as some of the most reliable people in their lives. Bart was the kind of neighbor who would quietly shovel your driveway without being asked. And Krista was a free spirit who loved her children more than anything in the world.
There was parents. They're important. Like, I hang out with them. We play Mario Kart. His mom makes the Toad sound every time she selects Toad. No, Yoshi. The Yoshi sound.
Shit crazy, bro. Sound like he had some down-to-earth parents. Your parents is everything, man. It's your life. They make you go out there, and scrap for them. You want to make your parents happy. Everything you do, you think about your parents. You want to make them happy. Like, if he did do it, like, what made him do it, though? I don't understand, man. Mental illness is a real thing out there, man. Wow.
That's exactly how she does it. Loose every time, but like I don't know. I just don't understand how you couldn't like be worried or emotional.
I know. I mean, that's why we're here. We're worried.
Yeah.
You're worried.
At their family cabin, officers meet Chandler's older brother, Mitchell, and his girlfriend, and begin looking around for any signs of the couple.
Hi there. Hi there. I'm Detective Sergeant Groans with Langley County. Are you guys,
The Halderson?
You are affiliated with them?
Yes.
Okay. What's your relation?
I'm their son.
You're their son. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Maybe we could just take a walk around and see. You would know the property probably better than we would.
It's changed a bit since I've been here, but yeah.
Sure. How long has it been in the family?
It's always been in the family since the 40s.
Okay. Do you guys typically use it a lot, or?
A few times a year. This is when my parents come up. I haven't come in a while.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me just grab my windows quick, and then we'll take a look around, and we'll go from there. Okay. Do you guys have a boat or anything up here?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to try to get in there as well to see if any of them are missing.
Boathouse? Okay.
Yeah, that's the boathouse there. I mean, everything looks still pretty closed up.
For now, nothing seems suspicious, but officers still haven't entered the cabin. It's locked from all sides, forcing them to break their way in, hoping to find any clues that indicate where the couple could be.
Sheriff's office, anybody inside? Announce your presence, make yourselves known.
Pantry.
There's no one in there.
And there's a trapdoor basement.
Okay. Upstairs looks pretty small. I can see a bed that's made up.
Did you check these two doors, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
The cabin is surprisingly empty. The dust covering every surface is completely intact, there are no fresh supplies, and the foliage surrounding the cabin is completely undisturbed. As Mitchell mentioned, it is only used a few times a year, and judging by its condition, it's clear the place hasn't been used in a long time, not a few days earlier, as Chandler mentioned. Officers then force open the boat cabin nearby to see if they can find any clues there.
He saved the winch.
A boat, a canoe, inner tube.
Oh. Silly mules.
Does your family do any other property, like up here or in the area at all? Okay.
The boat shed nearby also has all 3 boats that the Haldersons own. And with none of the boats missing, there's no chance that they set off on a boating adventure either. All signs point to the couple never making it to the cabin, which begs the question, what happened to them? The answer to which is far more gruesome than anyone could have ever imagined. With that, the investigators point their focus toward Bart and Krista's last known location, their home. And it looks exceptionally ordinary at first glance. The first thing that stands out is the fireplace, as it's missing one of its glass panes. A bit odd, but nothing immediately alarming. But then the investigators look deeper and notice that parts of the house are unusually clean, as if they were scrubbed very recently. Floor tiles and cabinets are missing from the kitchen, which Chandler claimed were due to ongoing renovation. But the most important clues are the massive bloodstains splattered throughout the house, and especially in the basement. These are also not visible to the naked eye, as they were likely cleaned recently. But using luminol, investigators are able to uncover a concerning amount of these stains. This is another immediate red flag, since it'd make a lot more sense for these stains to be at the cabin if something went wrong there, not inside the house. The only person who can provide more information on it is Chandler. He was also the last person who saw Bart and Krista the day they supposedly left.
First of all, why is the man hanging from the tree like that? This boy different. The hell is he on that tree like that? What he got going on? Fucking Gilligan's Island? This man is hanging from that tree.
For the cabin. So, on the morning of July 8th, less than 24 hours after the initial report, Chandler is picked up by officers and escorted to the public safety building for an interview for questioning. He's been fully cooperative so far, and detectives expect that to continue. But as soon as he's left alone, CCTV in the interrogation room captures him doing something extremely weird.
3, 2.
It's almost...
The fuck is he doing? What the fuck? The fuck he listening to the wall? There's somebody in there. No, I don't think nobody in there. Why in the hell is he listening to the wall? That dude got a problem.
as if Chandler is trying to listen in on what the detectives are talking about outside. Now, this could be chalked up to him being curious and just wanting to know if the detectives have any leads, but if that's the case, he can just ask them directly when they come in for the interview. When they do enter the room, he does ask them about officers going through his house.
By the way, a detective at my house said something's happened, and while we were leaving, people were going inside. Is there a warrant for my house?
Should there be?
No, I'm just wondering if...
Okay.
Can they go in?
As far as I know, they were at your house and they were going to be there talking to you to ask if you would come up here and talk to us.
But Officer Haley just like walked pretty much in to the gate, you know, the gate on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of walked in. I was wondering if...
Was that when you were getting your wallet?
No, we were I was in the car waiting to leave. I was just wondering if everything's okay, because she said something's happened.
The unusual discoveries they made at the house are still a big mystery, and Chandler's sudden concern about what they found is raising more suspicion. But for now, detectives aren't putting any direct blame on Chandler. The last thing they want is for him to stop talking and ask for a lawyer. Instead, they're focused on getting his side of the story in its entirety. What they don't expect is that Chandler came prepared. But before we continue, I want to quickly tell you about something. With Mother's Day coming up, I've been thinking about gifts that people will...
talking about.
Let's just go back to last Wednesday.
Wednesday. I was with my dad. What time Wednesday? I remember it. It was kind of a bad day.
Okay. Why was it a bad day?
Well, my mom had work, so she was gone. My dad and I were watching something over lunch. It was the Wheel of Fortune, and we normally have the couch, like with our back facing the table we sat at the end of you coming.
Downstairs or upstairs?
Downstairs.
Okay.
You know, that room with the TV. I tossed the ball, and I smashed the glass.
Okay.
With the dog's help. That set my dad off, and we tried to clean it up. Okay. I don't know about him, but I got injured.
In just a single minute, Chandler manages to provide a seemingly reasonable explanation for the missing glass on the fireplace. What the detectives don't know at the time is just how stomach-churning the truth of this broken fireplace glass would turn out to be. He then continues the same story to explain the other suspicious thing investigators found: the blood.
All right, so you were tossing a ball. What type of ball was it?
Just this gross, hairy tennis ball that Rizzo loves.
All right, just like a green tennis ball, like a normal.
Yeah.
Normal ball. Okay.
With the squeaker, not like a tennis racquetball, but
they don't chew those. My dog chews those out of any tennis ball. They just chew the squeakers out and then they don't play with them anymore. All right, so you was tossing that around, broke the fireplace glass. You said you were injured. What type of injury?
I got a pretty deep hole in my foot. Last night Mary looked at it and she said the reason it keeps bleeding is because there's glass in it.
Oh,
so,
that's the... You showed us your toe.
Yeah, I showed the detective Lee.
Yeah.
Catherine, who's being interviewed at the same time, also corroborates this story. But there's one notable contradiction between what Chandler first claims and what she saw.
I mean, are we talking massive amounts of blood, or are we talking, a little bit, like describe?
It started as drops until I got to the bathroom. And then I got back to go grab my sock and some of the paper towel. And then I see the glasses in there, so I grab a tweezers and I pull it out. And then it starts squirting out.
And did you see, like, the blood in the glass? Was that all picked up?
It was pretty much all picked up, except, like, a little bit of glass was still there. Honestly, I didn't see, like, a lot of blood, but probably because it was only a cut on his big toe.
Okay.
Chandler states that the blood was gushing everywhere from his massive wound, while Catherine claims that she didn't see any. So either she wasn't paying much attention while at his house, or Chandler is lying about the severity of his injury. But that's just the tip of the iceberg of inconsistencies in his story. While talking about what he did on the 4th of July, Chandler mentions that he visited Catherine's mother, Dulcie Melander, for dinner. But while he was there, he had a mental breakdown due to his current condition. Apparently, he fell down the stairs in late June, resulting in him hitting his spine and receiving permanent nerve damage.
So you were swimming, had a little breakdown. What were you having a breakdown about?
You ever have your legs kind of... Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Just... I don't even know if they're done getting like as bad as they can be yet. So that's not fun.
And I think you were telling me last night it's a symptom of a concussion, right?
So
is that right?
That's not it. It's a symptom of nerve damage from the hit to my spine. So it's permanent.
Okay, I understand that now better.
Yeah. So it's just legs. I think it's waist feeling is probably colostomy bag down the road.
He claims the damage is severe enough to cause numbness in his legs and makes it impossible for him to drive. Yet throughout his account, he describes driving to multiple places, including to Dulcie's home for a 4th of July dinner, and then later to a family friend named Dan for fireworks. At this point, detectives are starting to find contradictions in pretty much everything Chandler has to say. For instance, he claims that he went to the police because he was worried, when in reality it was Dan who convinced him to file the missing person report. He has also repeatedly claimed that Bart and Catherine left with their friends on the morning of July 2nd before he woke up. He also showed a message he supposedly received from his mother on the 4th of July, stating that they had made it safely, and that they will be going to a parade later that day. But here's the thing. These mysterious friends do not exist. CCTV footage from a neighbor's house shows that no one pulled into their driveway that morning. In fact, Krista and Bart never even left their home. So, whatever happened to them happened inside the house. Wow. Despite these contradictions, detectives are letting him continue his story.
Not 6:15 when I woke up. I was a little late that day.
6:15 Friday. Okay.
That's just when I looked at my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs saw my Ma's note, the insurance for my appointment. I just ate whatever's on the counter. I think it was cornbread
like he just at this moment, it's like he's just thinking of shit just to say. He's just thinking of shit to say, bro. The shit is weird. he basically talking on the fly. He talking on the fly. I don't believe none he's saying at all. I know the cops don't believe that shit.
Where was the note from your mom?
That was on the kitchen. Like, there's a peninsula.
Yeah.
With the insurance stacked up. But I moved it to the table.
Okay. And then those insurance cards were there also that we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
The note Krista supposedly left for him read, "Good morning, Chandler. Hope your day goes really well." As detectives would later find out, Krista wrote this note about a week before the trip to the cabin on July 2nd. Chandler simply placed it on the living room table before going to the cops to make it seem like something she had left on the day of her disappearance. This is also where Chandler's possibly rehearsed story starts breaking down as he struggles to remember which day his girlfriend spent with him.
Alright, so Friday during the day, just played video games, kind of.
Yeah, then after work, I believe that was the day Kat came over.
After whose work?
Kat, she is
her work.
5 is her work when she was off. That might have been my own night. I might be wrong. I'm wrong.
Okay.
I think I spent that night alone. I just kind of gamed online with some of my friends. I said Saturday night.
The detectives' suspicion only grows stronger when others outside the police force report noticing something off about Chandler as well. Earlier that day, for example, he asked to check the video feed from a neighbor's doorbell camera, and even that neighbor found his behavior suspicious. In his email to the police, the neighbor wrote, "My sister felt sorry for him. I don't see sorrow about his parents. I see concern about the angle of the cameras."
Yeah, did it capture anything on?
We don't know. We don't know. They just took a copy of everything, and so we're hoping.
Wide angle lens.
Given everything detectives know at this point, there's a strong chance that Chandler is responsible for the disappearance of his own parents, something Catherine simply cannot believe to be the case.
You don't think he had anything to do with his mom and dad being unheard from?
No. 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 All my friends I've talked to, they're like, no. Not Chandler, no.
Damn, so Chandler must be like a little lame or something. One of them quiet ass kids that don't do shit. Nobody never expecting nothing out of him. Them be the ones that do it, man. Them be the ones. The quiet ones. Them the ones you gotta watch out for, man. Sneaky. Crazy.
Like, that'd be crazy. Sorry, I sound very monotone right now, but like, just no. No. Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Not a mean bone in his body?
Well, everyone has a mean bone. They even said Mother Teresa was sometimes, like. But I just don't see him killing Mr. and Mrs. Halderson.
A big reason behind this trust is the fact that Chandler has no reason to do something so drastic. He has his life figured out with a good education and work experience and...
Hey, this man in this fucking tree is killing me, man. This man in this tree is killing me, man. Shit is crazy.
many different fields at such a young age, and has already received a job offer from SpaceX. In her interview, Catherine mentions the plans the two had about getting married and moving to Florida for his job at SpaceX. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out the way she expected.
How did his doctor's appointment go on Monday or Tuesday?
Not the Monday.
Okay.
Not the best. Told him like, hey, the stuttering will go away, but like the numbness is gonna like stay, you know? Because like he hit his head twice. They said like the numbness was from like a hemorrhage or something. And that's when he talked to his HR and he was like, I had to be honest with them, and that's how he lost the SpaceX job.
Catherine fully believes his story, completely unaware of the disturbing truth detectives would find out later.
Right, you'll believe his story because you've been around him. Probably, I don't know how long she's been around him. Probably, is that a sister? Is the sister? I'm guessing, yeah. She been around his whole life, so he never seen her kid do nothing like that. Probably she might like, nah, he the last one you'll think of because she been brought up with him, you know. Sometimes you gotta expect the unexpected.
Even still, to everyone around him, Chandler appears to be living the perfect life. To them, the notion that he could kill his own parents is unimaginable. Sadly, the chances of this increase exponentially when officers make a horrific discovery near Cottage Grove Farm, which is owned by a close acquaintance of Dulcie named Krez. Groups of investigators are going after every lead while a different unit is still in the interrogation room with Chandler. So when they receive a tip from Krez about Chandler's suspicious activity on her farm, they respond immediately. And after just a few minutes of searching, discover a dismembered male torso wrapped in a tarp on Krez's farm. DNA testing confirms that it belongs to Brat. A quick search of the area also reveals several tools that were likely used to commit the murder hidden inside an old iron barrel. Meanwhile, the investigators searching the Holderson home uncover several key pieces of evidence, including both parents' phones wrapped in aluminum foil to prevent tracking. They also find 5 shell casings in the basement.
The fuck? How does dude know all of that? Yeah, this shit planned. It seemed like he planned this out months ago. That's crazy. He planned this. He had to plan this to sound too perfect. Everything is perfect. They ain't lying. Hey, they ain't lying about the perfect killer. That's crazy, bro. This is sick. This is very fucking sickening.
Indicating that Bart and Krista were likely shot while still inside the house. By now, detectives have enough circumstantial evidence to confront Chandler, and as soon as they do, his demeanor shifts in an instant.
I think it's time we start talking about what happened to your parents. Like the truthful version.
Okay.
Okay? So we have like 20 pages of writing. We're going to start with a clean white piece of paper for you to start telling the truth.
Okay. What?
Because listen to me. This is the only chance you're going to have to tell us the truth.
Okay.
Okay? Listen. I can't tell you what we know, but we know you're not telling us the truth. We know your parents are no longer with us. Okay? And we know the reason why. Okay, you need to tell the truth. Listen. You need to tell the truth about what happened and just tell us why it happened. Okay? If something happened, if you were defending yourself or if you just got fed up with stuff,
Damn,
you need
what
to tell
the
us
hell?
the truth. Okay?
It should just pop up on the
This
computer,
is your chance
bro.
to tell us why.
My bad,
Okay?
y'all.
I'm not BSing you.
Apologize for
Okay.
that. I don't know. It just pops up. I don't know.
So can we do that?
Okay. They're okay. Lawyer. I'm sorry. Say it again, Chandler. Lawyer. Okay. Because they're... Okay.
You want a lawyer?
Yeah. Okay.
He goes from obsessively recounting every minute detail of what he did while his parents were away, to suddenly going silent and asking for a lawyer. Krista's fate is still unknown, and Chandler's sudden silence isn't helping his case. Detectives now have to figure out the disturbing things he did and why. The first of these questions is answered when investigators retrace his steps from the day he likely killed his parents. And what they uncover is one of the most deranged acts a son can commit against his own parents, starting with him shooting his parents. First Bart at around 1:30 p.m., and then Krista when she returned from work around 5 p.m. He then goes to Krez's farmhouse on the 3rd of July and asks her if he could use her heated swimming pool as physical therapy for his legs. She agrees and lets him in, but when she checks on him an hour later, Chandler is nowhere to be seen, and the pool cover is still on. His car is also parked near the edge of the woods with its trunk open. She later reports this suspicious behavior, leading to Bart's discovery. Investigators believe he used the pool as a pretext to dispose of...
Bro, they show this motherfucking tree one more time. Why are they showing this tree, man? What the... Bro, get off that tree, guy. Bro, ain't no way this man in that tree, man.
Bart's dismembered remains in the woods. Unfortunately, there are still no clues about Krista's whereabouts. That is, until July 14th, when Catherine remembers something critical. Suspecting Chandler of cheating, she had enabled location tracking on Snapchat. On July 3rd, she checked...
Okay, mistakenly. Okay, that's his girlfriend. Okay, cool. Why I say his sister? That's my fault. Yeah, that's his girlfriend. Yeah. Okay, I went out on they been together.
His location and was surprised to see him in an area near the Wisconsin River. She took a screenshot. Chandler had actually visited this same spot many times in the past, but almost always with his parents. His random visit there on July 3rd alone was highly unusual, but as it turned out, it was anything but random. A search of the area revealed several dismembered body parts that were later confirmed to belong to Krista. Put simply, July 3rd was the day Chandler chose to dispose of the remains of his parents. Catherine's interview also helps investigators figure out what happened between him killing Brat and Krista and disposing of their remains.
I'm sorry, you said you went to East Target? That you went from Hilldale to East Target?
No, from Hilldale to apartment to grab dirty clothes and clothes. To East, to my mom's house, to grab the hydrogen peroxide and the Swiffer because Chandler broke the glass of the fireplace that day and cut his toe, so he wanted to clean that and then clean up the glass and blood. And then we had burgers for dinner because he made me burgers because he burned his hands on the grill.
He obviously used the cleaning supplies to remove the bloodstains. And while his burned hands might seem like a minor detail, they point to the most grotesque act Chandler committed against his parents. Footage from a neighbor's doorbell camera shows a bright light emanating from the Halderson home chimney on the night of July 2nd. This, combined with several bone fragments investigators found in the fireplace, tells the whole story of his brutality, as Chandler not only shot and dismembered his parents, but also tried to burn their remains in the fireplace. But the fire got out of hand, resulting in the glass getting shattered, and the visible burn marks around the fireplace. As the investigation comes to a close, investigators also find CCTV footage of Chandler purchasing the tarp he used to transport Bart's remains, and also the massive bags of ice he used to keep them from decomposing. All that's left to answer now is why. Why would Chandler throw away his seemingly perfect life to commit such a heinous crime? But the deeper
Bro, this dude had everything planned, bro. How you playing this shit, bro? How crazy are you, bro? He planned this shit out to kill his mom and dad, bro. Did everything that a person that have sense would do when it comes to like perfect to kill someone. This ain't no mental illness shit. This is like some shit he just wanted to do. See, like, cause he done everything almost perfectly, like for real. This shit is weird, bro. What the hell? Hey, she better be glad she's still alive, his girlfriend. And the way you kill your parents and your girl still alive? Wow, that's crazy. She lucky. She's very lucky to be alive, bro. If you kill your parents, bro, you can kill anybody. You don't care about nothing. You don't care. You just killed your damn parents. They gave birth to you. Ain't no fucking way. She lucky as hell to even be alive, bro. His girl, she lucky.
they dig into his life, the more complex the truth becomes. As it turned out, Chandler basically lied about his entire life to his parents and girlfriend. He never graduated from college, nor did he do many of the jobs he claimed to have done. In that vein, the job offer from SpaceX was also a complete lie. Looking through his devices reveals that he created official-sounding burner email accounts and used them to fool his parents. He would send emails to himself about his education and jobs to show how well his life was going, when in reality, most of his time was spent playing video games. Chandler thought he had everything under control. He even exaggerated the symptoms of his fall just so he would have an excuse for not taking the fake SpaceX job. But just when he thought he was safe, Bart uncovered everything. Or at least he was about to. Chandler told his parents that he wasn't getting his transcripts because they were being held up by the college. So, on July 1st, Bart calls the college pretending to be Chandler and asks about the transcripts.
Hi, I'm trying to get an appointment scheduled to meet with somebody to mainly just get a copy of a transcript and also a printed copy of a certificate that was earned and and other degree verification.
Okay.
How do I get that done?
Okay, for the degree, you have to download the duplicate diploma form and send it in with a check or a money order of $4 for the diploma to be mailed back to you. For the transcript, you have to go online and request it.
Yeah, I tried requesting online and we never got them. And I've spent I don't know how many times doing that at $8 a piece, so I'm not willing to do that again.
Why is not letting you request your transcript? What is it?
It's not my system, it's your system, so don't ask me questions like that.
Okay, but I need to establish the problem first before I can know how to walk you through to get it. Are you by your computer so I can walk you through on how to get it?
I've gone through the process before. I worked with, I tried to work with Daniel Spike to see if he can get through the information. I don't know if he's with you guys anymore, but it just seems like the ball keeps getting dropped.
He then directly asks about the certificate, only to be confronted with the shocking reality of the situation.
Now, if we've earned a certificate, say in that solar program,
you said
where does that get requested through?
If you earned a certificate?
Yeah.
I don't see that you earned a certificate. There were no you were taking IT classes, right? I don't see that you were in a program.
Well, prior to the IT, there was a solar program too.
Yeah, but I don't see that you were Chandler Anderson.
No, there was an old account that got changed to this new one, so would it be under the old account that didn't get, or did all that get transferred over? Can you tell if those two were combined or not?
Hold on and see. No, I don't see a request for duplicate account. There was no.
How far back does that account go that you're looking at? Like when was the first class taken?
18, spring of 2018.
Oh, okay. So that does have all the history then.
But I don't see that you were admitted in any program.
Well, you said they were, the IT degree is in there, right?
No, those are just classes. Like you took general education classes and then the IT classes. You might have just took the classes but not be in the program.
It seems Bratt was planning to visit the college the next day alongside Chandler to resolve this issue once and for all. The last sign of life from Bart was the message he sent to Chandler on July 2nd at around 1:30 p.m., stating, "I'm ready when you are." As detectives piece the story together, they uncover one of the most critical elements in any murder case, the motive. To Chandler, murdering his own parents in cold blood was the better option than facing the fallout of his exposed deceptions. He was arrested immediately after the interrogation on July 8th, 2021, and stood trial in January 2022 for the senseless murder of his own parents.
So he killed his parents because... What the fuck? He killed his parent because he was lying about, I guess he didn't want to do no work. He just want to stay home and do video games. He killed his parent because they wanted him to do something with his life. He decided to murder his parents because maybe he got tired of them being in his ear. That's what I'm getting from it. He got tired of his parents being in his ear. He just wanted to stay home, be a lazy motherfucker.
All because he didn't want to be exposed as a liar. Chandler was charged with 8 felony counts, including 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 2 counts of mutilating a corpse. He was found guilty on all major charges and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Wow. That's crazy, man. He killed his parents because he didn't want to go out there and work, man. He didn't want to get exposed about lying. Then he wanted to be a lazy motherfucker, man. He wanted to be a lazy motherfucker. He didn't want to work. You gonna kill your parents for that? What type of weird ass shit? That's some weird shit. Ain't no way, bro. That is so that is sad. They should lock him up, give him the death chair. He don't deserve to see no sunlight. He don't deserve to see anything, man. That's fucking hideous, bro. That is bad, bro. God damn, I feel sorry for his parents. Wow. Anyway, man, it's your boy, man, Low Reacts, man. If y'all like the video, hit that like button. If y'all like the content, subscribe to the channel. Because I'll be back with another one. And let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this situation. Have y'all heard of anything like this before? I would like to know. Thanks. Appreciate y'all. And I'm out.